Good evening, Team Eagles, and welcome to our regular weekly Monday evening Zoom. So happy to see you all, and I know a lot of people watch this or listen to it after the event, so welcome to you too. As most of you know, we are Jenny and Mick Daly. We live in the beautiful mountains of Colorado, not in the humid area of Texas that we've been hearing about from Melinda. A gorgeous weather up here. But anyway, in case you don't know, we have been with the company for, gosh, more than 30 years now. And I have to say, we are very proud to be US citizens, but we are also very proud to be British citizens. And you know why I'm stating that this evening, because it's been quite a weekend for us here in the Daly household. I don't know whether any of you were up at 4 a.m. on Saturday morning to watch the coronation of King Charles III, but I tell you, it was showcasing Britain at its best. It was quite spectacular. So if you haven't seen any of it, I really encourage you to check out one of the YouTube videos because it really was absolutely splendid.
God save our
Oh, please don't. So let's move on to Juice Plus. As always, I'm going to hand this over to National Marketing Director Melinda Krenwelge to host the call tonight. Melinda?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we did hear a lot of people up early. I will say we weren't up early, but we did hear a lot about that this weekend, Jenny. And we remember when you all got your U.S. citizenship. That was quite the exciting times. So, all right. I did have a leadership tip planned. We're not going to do the leadership board yet because it's so early in the month. So everybody knows what we're all still working on. And then Mick will tally up those points. And oh, you won't show it to us next week, actually, with our stories of hope. But speaking of, in lieu of a leadership tip, I will encourage all of you to really start inviting. Next week, we will be proud to have Jenny and Mick Daly, along with Kevin and Harriet Sulcer, all four of whom have been eating Juice Plus for 30 years. And so we're going to honor and celebrate our 30th year anniversary. And I will tell you, as a business person, you just maximize that. There are not a lot of businesses that have been around for 30 years, and that is definitely something to share with pride. And I think that anyone that you invite will definitely be delighted. I'm not sure what we're going to hear, but there's our invitation. We do ask that you use this one right here that has the password. If you would, please use that only in private invitations. And then there's another one that looks just like it. There it is. And it says ask for Zoom info. So if you would please use this one on all your social media posts, then we won't have any issues with somebody silly hacking in or anybody trying to derail our event next week. But that really is something to share. All your customers, all your partners, all your prospects, definitely be proud to share our 30-year history. And that is our once a month window into our world. And as Dr. Amy and I were talking earlier, what a delightful business we have that we can operate from anywhere, even in your backyard in Mississippi when your practice is in Louisiana, right? So, okay, we are going to go to Paula. Did you get my text? Yes or no? No. Okay, that's fine. So no worries. No worries. We're going to go over to the Eat and Share. I will do my best to guide you through Brianna's ideas because Brianna has no voice. So we're going to show some of the fun ways that she has seen online to entice and encourage you. Obviously, with your capsules, that's a really good thing to do. People still ask me, oh, I thought it was something we drank. I really don't want to drink anything. So all of these posts are very clearly showing that this is powerful plant powders. And Courtney has this. Oh, Courtney, look at you. Courtney's on tonight. One small step towards health. Start flooding your body with 30 real raw plants, not supplements or vitamins, real food, literally just a few dollars a day. Great post, Courtney. And then fueling for performance has never been easier. So again, all your action photos out and about. And I love Courtney having her picture on that one as well. And then we've always got our, oh gosh, Alexis. Well, of course, Brenda has to put that Aggie thing up there. But you know what? Whatever your favorite team is, you can irritate others and encourage and delight some. Alexis is over in A&M. She's down in College Station now, but she does have some beautiful examples of snacks and pancakes, apples and oranges, just all kinds of different things that you can do with our powders. And then of course the Perform, headed out to yoga, need a quick pick-me-up. So thankful for Juice Plus, always providing the best for me. So on the go, fast and furious, and yet still nutritionally sound. All right, and here's a few more. Great Tower Garden by Mr. Arnold. A lot of y'all have met him at conference. What a fantastic guy he is. Tower Garden is also a great idea for a Mother's Day gift. Hint, hint. That's a good post to put up this week for people that are still trying to find the most wonderful thing. Denise had a great post about that earlier. Oh, and then Michelle Barnett, lots and lots of Tower Garden, and look at that produce. I'm just telling you, though, you just cannot. Yeah, she's got that. Michelle says the color and flavor of Tower Garden food is shockingly way better. So that's the easiest way to sell a Tower Garden, is put some posts up on your produce, because that is not something you can get at the store. So lots of good pictures of Tower Gardens there. All right. Oh, I think I saw this one. This one is the progression. People are just amazed that we can have sprouts in a week and harvest in a month. So this is just clearly identifying that week 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, she's got the data there. It grows 3 times faster than traditional gardens. All kinds of great fast ways to eat healthy and put more plants in your diet. Yay. Thank you, Brianna. Good job. Hopefully I caught some of what you intended us to know. All right, good. All right, so tonight, without further ado, I am going to turn it over to Dr. Brown. Amy Brown is a chiropractor that is partially in Mississippi and partially in Louisiana. But she is going to share with us tonight some thoughts and ideas on events. So Amy, I'm going to turn it over to you. Oh, and now she's frozen. Oh, darn it. You hate it when your speaker freezes. She's over in Mississippi with a little bit of issues on the internet. So hopefully she'll thaw out here pretty quick. While we're waiting for Amy to thaw, let's talk about Mother's Day coming up. What kind of cool things are y'all thinking about that? And Monday night Zoom. Tell me how you're sharing that. You know, I always encourage you to think about, why do you need it? When do you need it? What must I do? What are y'all doing with the windows to your world and Mother's Day? Any ideas we got going on? Denise, I know you do. Wait, you're muted, Denise. Oh, there you go.
I really like the Project Broadcast tool, and so I might just send that Stories of Hope to everybody that I have in there. I've got about 170 in there, prospects and clients, and that's what I'm kind of thinking. I try to kind of do a couple, you know, post 2 things or share 2 things at a time. So, I think I might throw the, the fruit and veggie bottle in there, showing that it's 30 years and saying that, to tie that in with the stories of hope. It's a thought. I haven't decided for sure, but I think I might do that.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm hoping that y'all are realizing the rhythm that we've got going here with the Stories of Hope every month. How are you using this? We're really wanting it to be a window into our world so people can see how much fun we have. People can see how our business works, as well as the relationships that we have. But what are y'all doing with that? We've now been doing it, I think, since October, maybe November, somewhere along that. But what kind of monthly rhythm are you using with our Stories of Hope? How's that working for you? Brenna says customers to raving fans, sleepy team members. I know Brenna also uses the project broadcast, and Amy is trying to get back on the internet. So we'll share some more ideas. What are y'all doing with the Stories of Hope each month? Don't be shy. Paula, are you giving us an idea, but you're muted?
No, I thought I would.
Okay, good, because I see your lips moving, but I'm not hearing you.
No, I was just looking at them. I sent it out to, I just kind of pick people depending on who's talking and everything. And now this one about the history of it, I'm going back and selecting old customers and former distributors that I had, because I thought it might be kind of fun and interesting for them to hear. And then, so that's what I'm focusing on right now, getting those together. I don't have project broadcast, so I'm doing it the old fashioned way through Teamsy. And just, that. So I'm kind of focusing on that, and I'm just going to kind of share that with a lot of people. But for me, because I've got a long history, I thought to go back with some of the people that were here during those years would be kind of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they probably might know the dailies. Not sure. They may have heard the Salsers speak. So that might be something that they'll recognize and be excited to. We try to do that. We try to do that with every Stories of Hope, that no matter who you are, what you look like, you see something familiar and something inviting that you might want to connect back in with.
And then the other thing is that I thought for the longevity of the product, to promote to new people, just say, hey, this has been around a long time, and let them, I just think it'll be a good story for them to hear from Mick and Jenny, and to tell them those would be our upline if you want to join me. So it's kind of promote Mick and Jenny that way too.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had several people here lately tell me, oh, I think I used to eat that. I think I had that before. I really liked it. Why did you stop? I don't know. So time to get back. So that's all good. Who else has some ideas of how they're going to use these events to spread your reach? That is the point. So if you're not doing it, think of something that you want to do this week.
Melinda, while people are thinking, might be helpful to give you a clue as to what to expect.
Oh, good.
Harriet and Kevin and Jenny and I will be getting together on Zoom this week. And I would anticipate that Kevin and I share one thing in common, no, 2 things in common, 30 years of Juice Plus. And we're both athletes. He is a serious CrossFitter, a serious athlete. And I used to be pretty serious. So we will probably talk from that perspective. He a lot younger than me, but I think it'll be interesting to see how Juice Plus has helped both of us at different seasons in our lives, in our athletic endeavors. And then Harriet and Jenny share something else in common, a love of grandchildren who are the product of their Juice Plus parents. So that will be pretty cool. Having them has some vision for what it looks and feels like to have 3 generations of Juice Plus eaters in a family.
And you know, I'll be there to reassure you that you really can turn a skeptic into a raving fan. That was me. So, I have a very short story, but I also have a longer one, which I will share with you next Monday evening.
Oh my gosh, Mick, great idea. Now that you've got some ideas going in your head, who do you think might be the ones, whether they're athletes, grandparents, interested in a phenomenal history? Who is that conjuring up in your mind that you want to make sure and invite next week? Y'all are so quiet tonight. I'm gonna start calling you by name if you don't speak up. Dr. Rich, yes, your question is the, you're saying, I'm sorry, I'm trying to understand your question. Is that all going to be next week? Yes, Mick, can you put the invitation back up again? This will be the entire 30 minutes for next week. Is that what you're meaning, Melissa? Hopefully I'm answering your question. So we're not talking about arguing. Oh, there it is. Okay, yes. Perfect. So yes, this is the invitation that you can share with individuals that you are thinking of right now. We'll have 30 years of hope, 1993 to 2023. And there are and Brianna's one of those Juice Plus kids, 26 years, something like that. So she will be our host next week. There was something else in the chat. Oh, Lauren says, I invite people depending on the subject matter covered, try to match them to see if there's a commonality. Excellent. Good, good, good.
Yes.
And I think Amy is back. Where did you see? Oh, there she is. She's coming back. And then Brianna's got in the chat social media and project broadcast to individually text people, helping customers move to raving fans and sleepy team members also. And then as always, creating curiosity on social media. Okay, so there is Dr. Brown. Don't worry, we've been brainstorming how we're using our events next week. And now we're ready for your ideas.
Okay, so in the interest of time, I'm going to read my notes since I'm actually in the dark borrowing my neighbor's internet. As far as events, we have big ones, little ones, live ones, online ones. We have them in our homes, churches, restaurants, parks, conferences, back patio, borrowing our neighbor's internet. I have to add that. So we have them here, we have them there. We really have no excuses because they are everywhere. That's events Dr. Seuss style. So what are the big events? The events I'll touch on just a little bit because those are the ones that are put on for us, like Juice Plus Live, the conferences that we have 2 times a year in the fall and the spring. We don't plan those, but we get to attend those and enjoy that. There's boot camps up and all over. These last for a few days, require us only to put them on our calendars, decide if we're going to drive, fly, stay at a hotel or Airbnb, decide who in our team and family you're going to invite to come with you, and for you to take the time to save and plan ahead for these. They're very educational, inspirational, social, and fun, and will absolutely make a difference in your business. So those are the big ones. The little events, these can take a little more planning and organizing on your part. The easiest ones I find, except maybe after not today, but are the online events, if you can keep your internet hooked up. So these are hosted either by other people. So the ones that are hosted by other people, I find are the easiest because you can find these on the new board that Brianna helped create and manages on our with our team and sister sidelines that are putting on events. So if you could just hook up to those events, we can find them on social media pages from the other team members and sister sidelines. My suggestion is to take time monthly and weekly to scout these out, find out the dates, the time, the topic of these, and then look through your customer, prospect, and friends and family list to see what topics would be most appropriate to invite them to. For example, you probably would not get a good response inviting a young single athlete male to a Moms on the Mission Raising Healthy Kids event. Probably not going to interest them at all. So do your best to match the event to their interests, their needs, and their lifestyle and the season of life that they're in. So that when you personally invite them, you can say something like, I thought of you when I saw the topic of whatever, raising healthy family, if it's a mom, or, you know, athletes and peak performance, if it's an athlete. Which brings me to the invites. I have found that personal contact is better at getting the yeses and people to come. So if you can invite them live in person, when you physically see them, wherever you see them at, whether they be family, friends, church, work people. And then the next best is a phone call or a personal text or message. Of course, in the interest of time, you can try catching them attention just by putting a post out there. I do find that on the post, if you can try to be social and say something about it, ask them to get engaged, like, you know, what do you find interesting about this? Or do you think you can make it, and see who engages, and then follow up personally with them. That we tend to get better response from that. And then the next type of events are ones that we plan and host on our own. Those can be, says my internet's unstable. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Okay. So planning events, again, you can do those online. We have several tools that we can use to do this. I think most common right now is Zoom link, like we're doing. But in the past, I know we've done Facebook Lives or Facebook online events where we're just posting within an hour that we say we're doing an event, or even spreading them out over days, like when we do the 10-day shreds. So we're engaging with these people for 10 days on an online event. You can get with your upline or even sideline partners to help you with these and to find them. Our company has many great online images and videos to help with this, as well as asking health professionals to present live online. Which is the ones I have most experience with, because I don't have to worry about technical difficulties like today. For that, the planning, you have to pick your place, your home, your back patio, your poolside, a park, church, restaurants, decide your theme. What snacks, if you're going to have snacks, of course, smoothies and the bars and the chewables, I always say, but we've been seeing lots of good events with the themes like salad in a jar, next day oats. I even saw someone do burritos. I don't know what else. Maybe we can discuss later some of the other things. We've done just potlucks. I'm naturally from South Louisiana, so you can get people anywhere if you say food's coming. So having food and asking people to be a part of bringing the food, I found, is another really good way to get people to events. If you say we're doing tacos and we need you to bring the taco shells and someone else to bring the ground meat or the chicken or the shrimp or the, you know, the vegetables, they know you're counting on them for that piece of the puzzle. So again, it could be as simple, the actual event, as simple as just talking and showing brochures, booklets, or you can have a TV, computer set up to show Juice Plus and Tower Garden videos and slide presentations. The main thing is just to have fun, be creative, reach out to others for ideas and help. Whether the event is online or in person, this was my weakness for a while. I'm still working on it. The follow-up. Allow time at the end when appropriate for question and answers at live events, and have sign-ins to capture their names, phone numbers, emails. I just did something last week and Rachel's like, great, how many names did you get? And I'm like, I forgot to bring my own sign-in, and I did. And so anyway, she's like, lesson learned, but I know the lady that put it on has a sign-in, so I need to follow up with her to get that list. So thinking of things like having order forms on hand in case someone is interested right then, that you can take their order right then instead of waiting to follow up even at another time. But make sure you're getting their phone number, a text, something so that you can follow up and say, you know, what was your greatest takeaway? And then don't be afraid to ask those questions after that. Say, well, can I help you get started? I used to not like asking that. I was okay in my office as a doctor. I could ask and say anything. But kind of when I took that doctor hat off and I was just doing what I call a regular Juice Plus event, I don't know why, like I just was afraid to ask. I didn't, but I've learned like you have to ask. I'm just sharing something. If Victoria's Secrets had a sale on panties and bras, I would be telling all my friends about the great deal they can have. So I don't know why we have an issue with fruits and vegetables and saying this is a great deal. And I'm just checking to see if you want in on it. So ask them if they want to get started. Ask if they're interested in just a few or all of the products at this time. Don't prejudge and pick and think, well, they might only be interested in this. I'm only tell them that. Because when you say all of the products, just in case you didn't introduce them all, that'll be like, well, what are all the products? And then again, you get the opportunity to share that. And then also, are you interested in getting a discount or money back on your product? Because again, I raised 5 kids at one time. Who is not interested in saving money? So don't be afraid to ask them, are you interested in getting a discount or getting money back? And or sharing this to earn an extra income, because that you never know who needs it too. Again, sometimes people assume things like, I'm a doctor, I don't need money, but I'm from South Louisiana and my husband still has his house in Mississippi. We went through the hurricane. My insurance went up by $600 a month. I can use that extra income. It used to be bonus, like, oh, yay, my Juice Plus check came in. Now it's like, thank God my Juice Plus check came in because I wasn't planning on my insurance going up by that much. So the most important event is the next event. So just keep inviting. Go find it on Facebook or plan it and start inviting. And then don't forget the follow-up. That's it.
You are so excellent. And you know what? There are some people on here that are new. Amy, will you take just a couple seconds and just introduce yourself, your background? Not everybody knows your expertise and all of your skills. So would you share that with us?
Okay. I'm a chiropractor. I've been practicing for 27 years now. Before that, I was an aerobics instructor and personal trainer and worked in health food stores. As a chiropractor, I'm also a root cause doctor and lifestyle coach. So I look for the root cause, not just covering up the symptoms. I tell people, if you come in here and tell me your smoke alarm's gone off, I don't want to take the batteries out and I don't want to turn the music up. I want to help you find out where the fire is. So that in a nutshell is what I do. I offer natural solutions with chiropractic, hyperbaric chambers, infrared saunas, and then I help people network with other health professionals out there. So as far as Juice Plus and how that fits in, I tell all my patients, this is the foundation. Like y'all come to me with Walmart bags of what they're taking that they've been trying to help with their health. And sometimes I Dr. Phil them and say, how's that working for you? Because like now you're in my office with like 2 bags of Walmart products or wherever you got them. But I tell them, what if I can find a product for you that would lay a foundation, and then we can, I literally start throwing bottles. You won't need this, you won't need that, you won't need this, because this is the real deal. It's fruits and vegetables in its whole form, picked at this peak time of ripeness. Like you said earlier, you don't have to drink juice that you don't like. You don't have to buy a juicer and clean up the mess. Because when I had 5 kids, I was not looking for more messes to clean up. They've put it in the convenience of a capsule or a chewable. This is your foundation. I don't want to plug a bunch of holes and give you 20,000 supplements to try to figure out or play God as to which one you're deficient of. We need a foundation first, and this is what it is. I haven't found anything better yet. I've been doing it for 21 years with Juice Plus. I get bombarded with supplement companies all the time. I'm embarrassed to tell you how many emails I have. It's just ridiculous. So it's not because I don't look. I do classes and seminars all the time. I still have not, I don't think we ever will find anything better, because it's fruits and vegetables. It's the real deal. It's not pieces and parts. It's the whole symphony. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir now, but anyway. We've got the research. I don't know that anybody will ever catch up with our research. Then that's what sold me as a doctor, was the research. I got introduced to it a year earlier and said no, just it got put in my stack with all the other products that everybody was trying to sell me. But I had patients that kept coming in saying, but Dr. Amy, I'm taking this and I feel better. And it sounds like everything that you're telling us we need, like it's real and it's whole. And like, would you just look at it? And so I told someone I'd give their little rep or whoever wanted to come in 5 minutes to tell me why this is the latest, greatest product that I need to tell everybody about. And when she told me the research, I was like, okay, I not only wanted it for me and my kids, but I'm like, no, I have to recommend this to my patients. I mean, it would be malpractice to know this, what it is and what it does in the body and me not recommend it. So
See why we're so glad that we're having Amy back on here with us. Thank you so much. Okay, we are really, we're 2 minutes over, but just real quick, does anybody have a question for Dr. Brown? Anything they want to ask her? Or did y'all think of how you're going to use the events that we've got coming up this week for your business? Y'all are so quiet tonight. Crickets, crickets, crickets.
crickets, I'm literally out in the country borrowing my neighbor's. If y'all hear the crickets, that's for
I
real.
love it. I love it. Okay, well, in the interest of time, then we will stay on. I think, Dr. Brown, can you stay on for a few more minutes if somebody has
Yes.
questions?
As long as
And
the
then-
internet and the battery last.
That's right. Okay, so we'll end the recording. If you want to stay on and visit any questions, celebrations, we'd love to be here to celebrate together with you.
I have a question for Dr. Brown.
Okay, perfect.
Hi, Dr. Brown. I'm Debbie.
Hi.
I'm pretty low on the totem pole. I just made QSC. But I've been taking Juice Plus for quite a few years, and now it's helped me a lot through my pregnancy. So, and I have a chiropractor in mind who I would like to share the business with, but I'm pretty he's very holistically minded. He wants people to build their core strength to not need a chiropractor anymore. So
what I
he's
do.
yeah, that's so
Awesome.
my question is, how can I connect you two? Like, do you do
You
three-way
can-
calls or?
Absolutely. Again, I'm not best with technology, but my office manager is. But yeah, we can do a 3-way call or Zoom. They can text me. If that works best.
Okay.
But yeah, have you introduced the product already to them?
Not yet. No, I've been wanting to, and I feel like this was just the push that I needed to
Good.
get over
Yeah,
my
call-
own pride and fear of rejection just to do
Yes.
it.
And again, we do get bombarded, so don't just keep going. Like I said, people kept going with me. I could have been saying 22 years doing this, but it's only been 21 because I said no for a year. And then I finally said yes. And it's just, you have to find, so for him, if a holistic and leading with that this is a whole food product. And I would show the research where like doctors are nerds for that. And we understand, I don't know if everybody truly understands how amazing it is that our product is, gold standard, double blind, placebo, randomized. I don't know if really grasp what that means. Like I have products that someone brought in and said, it's been tested. There's a study. And I looked and there was on rats, one study on rats. And then sometimes it's borrowed research like, oh, well, we have apples in here and we all know apples are good. Therefore our product's good and you should take it because it's good. Ours is tested product on real people and it's been done over and over and over again. So that's important. And a doctor for sure would understand that. That's what got my attention. And the fact that, I had at that time 3 kids that I was trying to get as much fruits and vegetables in as possible. I know how important that is. I was a breastfeeding mom when it got introduced to me. And that breastfeeding child was having health issues and I didn't understand why. Later, I found out she had allergies. But when I started taking Juice Plus, she got better. And then when she got a little bit older and can start taking it herself, just completely better. So again, that was another testimony for me, realizing like, wow, getting more fruits and vegetables in this child and myself made a difference. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
with chicken line and introduce them, and we can get you my cell phone or text or something so you can connect with me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amy, do you like the personalized research summary for something to introduce another doctor to the products?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
So
The summary's a neat thing, and then I have the little booklet, that you can go
Mhm.
through,
Okay,
just things to show really quick, like look, and they'll pick up on those keywords and the universities and the places that are like legit real places that studied, not like some of the other companies that.
right.
So.
Perfect. Mick, thank you for sharing some of the things that y'all are going to talk about next week. I really do think that will help a lot of us think of more guests to bring next week.
Shall I stop recording now?
Yes, I was thinking, I put that in the chat, but I was thinking you were going to.